Alright, we're on. Welcome. That.
Good afternoon, Ms. Valentine, Crystal Edmonds, Jesse Harris, Aaron Belriti, Paula Moore, Sharon Holmes, and fellow classmates. I am Rahima Jackson Clark. Black, brown, blue, body bags is what they're often referred to. This afternoon, I would like to give you a view of why some Muslim societies impose the burqa clothing upon their female members. As an American Muslim, I was curious as to why some of my fellow sisters in Islam chose to wear the burqa, which is such a controversial style of clothing. We will focus on gaining a clear understanding of why the burqa, this style of clothing, were imposed upon Muslim women. Secondly, the cultural rules surrounding the burqa, and why some women accept this style of dress, whereas other women feel it's a restriction of their identity and should be done away with. The reference for this presentation includes the following: Abbas, 2008, Yemen Under the Burqa, February 22nd, 2009. Stanley Kurtz, Veil of Fear, National Review, January 28, 2002. Jean Sessom, Princess, A True Life Story of Life Behind the Veil in Saudi Arabia, January 2001. The burqa consists of a piece of clothing that covers a Muslim woman from head to foot, with only opening for the eyes, whereas the rest of the body is covered, all except the hands. The burqa is light in texture and is a mandatory outerwear for some Muslim women in certain Islamic regions. It must be worn when they leave their home. It is usually worn over indoor clothing. And in the presence of family, the burqa does not have to be worn. From the pictures you can see, some Muslim women, this style of clothing is what they are most comfortable with, such as professionals and other women participating in sports. According to Abbas 2008, Yemen Under the Burqa, February 22nd, 2009. This style of clothing for Muslim women were imposed from the cultural standpoint. And in one such society where Yemen women who once donned jeans and blouses are now, as a result of a socialist militant in the Republic of South Yemen, now must don full burqas. They have become black ghosts. Their jeans hidden under the burqa. As you can see, the term black ghost is what outsiders will see when they encounter Muslim women in Yemen who don the burqa when they appear in full gatherings. The thoughts of some people regarding the burqa is that it is often blue in color, which they associate with the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. However, it can be found in an array of colors. For example, some Pakistani women wear white burqas with gathered pleats and smooth skull caps. Other schools of thought, according to my references, Veil of Fear, Stanley Kurtz from the National Review, January 28, 2002, reflects on whether the veil is a mistake and dangerous for women. They pose the question why some cultures see this type of clothing as protection for their females. They believe that this outward appearance in some ways would stop moral decay. A true life story of oppression was shared with Jean Sessom in The Princess, a true life story of life behind the veil in Saudi Arabia, 2001. According to my references, Sessom tells the story of a princess life while growing up and becoming a woman in the Saudi kingdom. Sessom states that every Muslim woman at the first sign of her menstrual was subsequently veiled. At that time, the only contact that she could have was with her fathers and brothers, no other males. And as you can see, in Saudi Arabia, the standard color for women wearing the burqa is black. This is not to say that all Muslim women find the burqa oppressive. Many women in India and Pakistan, where law does not require it, wear the burqa by choice. Some women in Afghanistan, prior to the Taliban, chose to wear the burqa and was pleased by the new regulations that required them. Some Afghanistan women feel that the burqa symbolizes faith, modesty, and protection. Certain regions in Afghanistan that continues to be controlled by certain fashions have forced women who do not wear the burqa to do so again. If they choose not to wear it, the consequences could be severe. The burqa, as with any style of clothing, should be a decision made by the individual woman. It should be her decision to wear what she chooses and not forced to wear, not forced on her by the men in her society. And at this point, I would like to stop and take questions. Yes, ma'am.
What are some of the consequences?
The consequences are Muslim women could be severely beaten in public. They can be remanded to their houses for a long period of time, along with other things that they do. Other than the beatings, I think that's the most severe. Yes, ma'am.
When they're at home, they don't have to wear the burqa, correct?
Yes.
But if they have guests over, they would have to wear it. Is that right?
Well, we can look at it from this standpoint. If the guest is family members, as long as it's family members, fathers, brothers, they don't have to don the burqa. But if any other male appears in the house, yes, they would have to then put back on the burqa. Any other questions?
If they marry, do they have to marry with the burqa?
Yes, yes. If they are in the presence of males, they will have to wear the burqa. But if they are in the company of females, they don't have to wear the burqa. And in most cases, in the Islamic society, the women are separated from the men even during a wedding period or even during special occasions such as birthday parties and things like that.
Are there Muslims in the United States who choose to wear the burqa?
There are a certain number. I don't have the full statistics as regards to how many, but you may have seen some here in the Hampton Roads area. Matter of fact, there was a controversy a while back about two sisters that I knew personally that went into a store in Portsmouth, and they were stopped and asked to uncover because the guard thought they were in the store to steal. And subsequently, they were arrested, and they filed a suit, and they won. Because in this country, we never got this freedom. Any other questions? Covering from head to foot with only your eyes exposed with an overgarment that is referred to as a burqa. It is a way of life for some women. And each country may don a different color. For example, the women in Afghanistan normally wear blue burqas. Some feel this way of life for women is oppressive. But you have some Muslims who have accepted this way of life and continue to wear the burqa. Muslim women who can make their own choices feel that the command is kept by covering their hair with a headscarf called a kimor. Others may wear the niqab. It should be a woman's choice regarding her clothing and not dictated to her by an oppressive government.